Hi, this is Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts. I'm going to give you a bunch of things that can enhance anybody's martial art right now if you practice them. This is 10 martial art hacks. Number 10, hands where they belong. I cannot tell you how many people I watch when they get into combat. They either panic and put their hands somewhere, or they don't pick them up at all, or they go like this. When I'm here, right, remember, everything's a function of time. If my hand is here, how much time does it take me to get to here? Long time. If my hand's here and I just whack him, it's right to the point. So you have to, as you move, learn to put your hands in positions to where right away they can go and continue their work. If you do not do that, you're going to waste a lot of time and your efficiency goes down. Number 9, ABC. Always be closing, right? I don't mean run at them like an idiot. That's not a good choice either. But once you get the advantage, if I hit this guy, right away I need to continue and continue and continue and continue and continue and continue until this is over. So many people, they either panic and they stop, or they're not sure what to do and they give that guy a breather. And the minute I hit him and I give him a breather, he stands back up and now he's really mad. So make sure when you're doing your work that you close all the time once you get the advantage. Number 8, gunslinger draw. Everyone watch the old cowboy movies? What'd you see? Boom, 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 right? You ever see one of them go like this? That doesn't make any sense, right? It's the same thing with your hands. If I'm like this and someone comes at me, my hands need to come right to the position where I can use them. If they come to me and I go like this, right? What am I doing? I'm pointing to the ceiling, which isn't helping my cause. So if I'm like this, I get caught off guard. This guy throws a punch at me, and I move right away. You see how right here, 1, 2, 3, right? You have to pick them up and put them in a position to where I can shoot him effectively. Boom. So pick them up, point them at your target. Don't go like this. You'll be much more efficient. Number 7, breathing. We all teach it, we all think we do it, and then we don't do it. Under stress, what happens is we tense. We crush our lungs a little bit when we tense, and then we don't breathe. And then the stress comes to us, and then it builds and builds and builds and builds, and then we start panicking and flailing. Can you imagine playing a basketball game where you were so tense you couldn't breathe? Can you imagine jogging, not breathing? Right? When you fight, you have to be smooth enough, and you have to breathe proper enough so your movements can be fluid. If you do not breathe properly, and I don't care what style you are, and you're holding your breath, and you're tensing up and holding your breath, it will be choppy and inefficient. It's really important that you really focus on your breathing and study it while you do your work, especially under tension and stress. Number 6, peripheral vision. Martial arts today often is turned into a duel. He fights me, I fight him, and we go back and forth like this. And so what we do is we focus on that one guy. That's a good sport idea, but the reality is you really shouldn't look at anybody. If you look at my eyes, right, see what I'm looking at? I'm not looking at you, I'm not looking at him, I'm not looking at him, I don't even care. I'm seeing the whole room. There's 2 reasons for this. I can see more. Number 2, if he comes to me and I focus on any part of him with my eyes, where does my mind go? It goes to the point I focus on and my mind stops there. But if I just gaze and I let it go, I can see everything all the time. So if he starts kind of punching at me, I can kind of see his work. I can kind of, I know where it is, right? My mind picks it up. I can see it. I don't need to stare at it. If you stare at it, your work's going to become very inefficient and very slow. So learn to kind of widen your eyes, and you'll be amazed how well that works. Number 5, walkthrough. We're all meatheads, I don't know why. What do we want to do? We want to grab people and we want to throw them. Or we want to grab them, we want to throw them, or we want to pull them. I don't know why we do this, but we do. The reality is if you just walk, right? Or you walk, if you bump into them, they will move so much easier. and so much more efficiently without you really doing much. You just need to take their space. You have to be soft enough and smooth enough and on the right angle. But if you use your body mass to move him instead of your muscles, it becomes almost effortless. Number 4, posture. I think we all know this, right? If you took a weight and you went like this, your body would naturally do this, because if you went like this, you would fall. If you went like this, you would fall. If you went like that, you'd fall. But yet, when we fight, what do? We go like this. When we throw people, we try and go like this. Well, your spine's not strong in that position, right? If I go like this, and I have him like this, be strong, don't let me bend you. See, he's in good posture. It's so hard to move him right now. Okay, resist me, go ahead. You know, once you deviate from posture, your spine becomes weak and it's just easy to manipulate you. That being said, that's your job against an opponent. You want to deviate their spine so you can manipulate them. But for you, the best you can, you want to maintain strength. That's why you chamber, right? That's why we have that strong, steady posture. Please don't turn into this. Number 3, telegraphing. Again, with tension, fear, and anger, what do? We reach back, or we reach back a little bit, or we twitch, or we make a big hip movement, and what that does is it scares the crap out of him, right? So if I go like this, he flinches every time, right? If I go like this, he flinches every time. That time he didn't flinch. That time he didn't flinch. That time he didn't flinch. You have to be relaxed enough to where you can learn to throw your hand right to the point, right to the point, right to the point, right to the point, without giving him a warning. That requires a lot of time and skill and relaxation, it's fine, but that's your goal. Your goal is to throw things in such a way to where it doesn't warn him, because the eyes, it takes a second for the brain to register an image, and what happens is if you give them a bigger, longer period of time, it's faster for their brain to pick it up. But if you just throw something short, by the time their brain actually registers it happens, it's a little late at that point. So shorten your work up. Try not to give them any warning. Just no tension, right to the point. Number 2, strike on the step. I could do this. I could go hi-ya, hi-ya, right? I don't know why I would, but I could. I could step down, throw my energy into the floor, come back up, and then hit him again. Or I could just step, right? Or I could just step. So if you learn to do this on the walk, kicks too, by the way, if you kick on walk and kick and walk, it takes kind of a step out of your work. If I go 1, then 2, then re-step, and 3, it takes a long time. If I just kind of go 1 and 1, it's really efficient. So practice walking while you work. Instead of going into these deep stances, it actually inhibits your work and make it slow. Number 1, being chippy. We get 2 types of martial arts generally. We get guys that are meatheads who want to muscle and kill everyone. And then we get the finesse guys who have pretty nice, clean technique. But if they really start getting bounced around, they panic. If you used to watch basketball like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, what'd you see, right? Those guys are incredible finesse guys. They could do things no one else could do. But they were more than happy to stick an elbow in you or a hip or bounce you around a little bit. Like they had that attitude, like they meant it. It didn't get the better of them to where they got tense and ugly, but they were just chippy. So when you're working with people, right, what we get in our minds is we're going to do something nice and polite and slow and pretty. But the reality is sometimes I got to bang him a little bit or bang him a little bit, just enough to get him where I want to go. And I have to be a little chippy with it. Don't be afraid to pop people or bounce them. You know, that's the only really way you shock them to get them off balance. Have a little attitude. It's okay. Don't let it go overboard. But if you have a little bit, it will make your work much easier. This has been Bill Conant for Straight Circle Martial Arts. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. For more instructional videos, please visit www.straightcirclemartialarts.com.